feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank.
Welcome to the post-show wrap-up of the Houston Shrimp Tank Podcast. We're here in our inaugural show. We had Dave Fougeron. He's an awesome guest. You're going to want to hear his whole story on entrepreneurship and how he started out from being a hobby beer brewer to having a fabulous business with a well-known and well-respected brand here in our community, Southern Star Brewing, and his flagship beer is the Bombshell Blonde. It was a great interview. He took us through where he started, how he broke away and formed a business plan and got going and now has this established company. And, you know, one of the things that came up in the interview that we talked about is that you had a coach and that was instrumental. I was wondering if you could comment just briefly on that, Dave.
My coach helps me tremendously through kind of thick and thin, through some of my business problems, through some of my personal problems. We've kind of talked about how to balance that, or how not even to call it balancing life and work, and just kind of melding it into one thing and taking it as it comes.
Yep. Good.
And I love your passion. It's encouraged me in my passion for what I do. So what are those anchors that when you wake up in the morning, your feet hit the ground, what do you hold on to that gets you forward through the day?
Family ties, for sure. When I get up, I start my morning ritual by getting the kids ready to go to school, making their lunch, knowing that, okay, this is why I'm doing this. And then usually in the shower, I do my best thinking. I'll sit there and just kind of zone out and think about some stuff, and that's how I put my day together in my head. And I know usually when I get there in 30 minutes, that'll have all broke apart. I'll be just doing something different, but at least I start with the plan.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah, we had a lot of really good nuggets in this show, and whether you're a seasoned entrepreneur or you're a young aspiring startup entrepreneur, you're going to want to download the whole show, listen to the whole thing. It was awesome. Dave, thank you so much for being our guest, coming on the show at the Lake Conroe Chamber inaugural Shrimp Tank podcast here, which is now heard all across the world on iHeartRadio. You can pick up the show on iTunes. You can get it on Houston.shrimptankpodcast.com. Anybody wants to get in touch with you, Dave, what's the best way?
Contact us via our website. It's brewery@southernStarBrewing.com.
Very good. Thanks for being on.
I've been feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the